next week.
I mean, he ain't got nothing on K Dot, but yeah, we can say that for next week. Though. You know, K Dot coming for the whole community, bro. You know.
All right, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of Straight Out the Sipp. My name is Franza, and of course, I got my boys Nick and Donald with me today. And guess what? We got something to say. Before we begin, look, I just want to remind you to like, subscribe, follow us. We're trying to grow this thing week by week, day by day. Okay? We need the viewership. We need the followers. Help some brothers out. Okay? Yeah. This week's episode, we're by ourselves. Okay, but we're going to get into a few topics about just life as a whole and as growing up as men, you know. And the first question I want to pose is like in our first episode we explained how we met, you know. But over the course of time, life happens, things change. But I just want to know, like, how did we sustain this brotherhood, man?
Man, I really think about like going back to like football, like the stories of like, especially at Provine, we had a bunch of stories. Like the time when Ronza was playing wrestling, he was like 1, 2, and then Coach Wilson walked in on 3, and boy, we was already like 2-9 at the time. And Coach Wilson, boy, at the end of practice, Coach Wilson was like, I got some names for you, Coach. And Coach Collins was like, who is it? Coach? We already 2-9. Who is it? And like, Ronza Anderson, Justin Beasley, and I think Cassius Wade and all those. Yeah. And then Coach Collins was like, man, Ronza Anderson. I said, uh-oh. Yeah, so it's just like times like that right there. Like I feel like those times made us gel together, made us bond together because like, you know, of course Lorenz too, but like we all had stories to tell. Like we all had stories to tell. So yeah.
Yeah,
man, you ain't lying, man.
The boy Ron's want to be WWE coach.
Hey man, listen, like you said, we were 2-9 at the time. I mean, wasn't no playoff in sight, so you know.
Yeah.
And plus, I think was it raining that day? I think, and
yeah,
we were waiting on the rain to pass by, and you know, we were playing in the locker room. You know,
well, man, there's so many stories. Man. Like football stories we can go back to. Like I just want to tell you one story too. Man, Cam Bozen, God rest his soul. He was we was 2-9 at the time again, and we was in the cafeteria, and Cam walked in there, and I guess he was flirting with some girl, and Coach Collins Cam came to Coach Collins and was like, I think she liked me, Coach. And Coach Collins was smiling at first. Boy, he smiled. He was like this right here. Rosa said, I see Rosa come out and go, Cam. Man, Cam had to run so much that day that after practice, man, Coach Collins was so mad, bro. But it's like I say, it's just times like that right there, man, that makes this brotherhood make it real special. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been through a lot, especially in the summer times. It's nothing like, and I can't speak for college, but like it's nothing like a high school summer football practice workout. Cause boy, you gonna go through it, man. You gonna what we call die, because like you gonna die, you gonna die with your brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't lying there, man. Like, and you right, Nick. Like, it's just the stories that we all have. Like, and that's just one of the few. You know, like the number of times, you know, the bus rides going down to what is it? We went down to Pedal to play Pedal, you know, and going out to Piccadilly right before the game, before we went down to Yazoo and win those games, and then before we went up to Neshoba. That's how you say it? Neshoba Central.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, and it's just creating memories like that, man. But you know, over time, you know, life changes. things happen in life. We all go our separate ways, but in some crazy way, we still here together. You know, I've been out of high school for 10 years. You all have been out of high school for 9 years, and so keeping that brotherhood for 10 plus years, actually, 12 years. Yeah, 12 years. You know, it's that's a blessing, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
And like we said in the first episode, like, you know, I know that I can come to you all, discuss whatever, and y'all gonna be like, Ronza, you were right, or Ronza, you were wrong, or y'all gonna be like, well, Ronza, here's what we can say, and I think that is very valuable to hold people close to you that keep you on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
It's very hard finding friends, let alone brothers, that you can actually call your brothers and know that if I call this person, they're gonna pick up. If I need some help, they got me.
Mhm.
And one prime example. Last year, I was planning a birthday party for my mom, and of course, like I said, I live here in Connecticut, right? So I had all the party favors and stuff. I had to get that shipped to Jackson. Of course, I couldn't send it to the house, because like I said, it was a surprise party for my mom. And so I text Donald. I was like, Donald, what's your address? Can I send this stuff to your house? And let it sit there. I fly in on Tuesday. No, fly in on Wednesday. I'll come pick it up then. Right. And he said, yeah, no problem. Gave me the address, got it shipped to his house. Everything was there, in those next few days. I flew in, I picked up everything that Thursday, and it's the brotherhood, because Donald could easily said no,
Mhm.
and all the stuff that he got.
Well, you put emphasis on the facts, though. You put emphasis on the facts, though.
Yeah, look, because like he said, all the stuff he said, I definitely should have said no, because it was a lot of stuff. But no, man, go ahead.
But yeah, Donald could have said no, but he didn't, because that's my brother. He, when he came up here for a business trip, I made sure that he was good. So it's just the brotherhood side of things. And Nick, even when you come up here, when you're driving your loads, I think you drove up here to New York.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find time to come meet you. Unfortunately, we
Yeah.
didn't have time, but it's just the brotherhood side of things. It's like I'm willing to do things for you, like, and like I said, that is very rare and very hard to find,
Mm-hmm.
especially amongst men, because it's hard, expressing yourself to other men, in today's society. It's kind of hard expressing yourself to other men, but in this group here, like, we come together, we may laugh, we may cry, you know, but it's the brotherhood that keeps us together, and it's that, like I said, 10 plus years of it. At that is like, dang, how did we sustain that?
Yeah.
You know?
For me, it's like I feel like what helped keep us together was the fact that, for one, we all kind of had common interests, common goals, um, as well as, just like I said, man, just like everybody was just, we all had like the same intention in life, right? We all wanted to make it out, per se, without necessarily completely leaving, or um, like I said, like we all just kind of had the same things in mind. Like, Nick and I, like, one thing that really bonded us was the fact that we both kind of have business type mindsets. Like, he talks about doing his own business, I talk about doing my own business, and I even uh gave Ron's ideas as far as like different things that he can do since he's in media. So it's like those type of things, man. I feel like we all kind of connected as far as after school, after football. We are connected in those ways, and that's what kind of kept us together, because we all kind of have the same mindset, pretty much.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like whenever you do have people that do have common goals and common interests, that is something that does help, because at the end of the day, if Nick wants to go do a trucking business, right, he can come to me and ask me for advice on what I feel like he should do, or what would be the best business decision to make, as far as that goes. And at the end of the day, I'm going to support him. I'm not going to tell him not to do it, because
Yeah.
some people are just afraid to take that leap. you know. But if it's something that my boy want to do, like, bro, go ahead, like, kill it, you know.
Right.
If you gonna do it right and kill it. Like, that's the only intention that you should have. So, at the end of the day, I just feel like that's what helps sustain us. Even with Lorenz, like everybody just has ambition. We all
Oh
have
yeah.
drive, we all have
Good
ambition,
point.
and at the end of the day, it would be different if, um, let's just say, for example, Ronza, right? Far from it. He's nowhere near it. All right. But if Ronza was just a street dude, right? If Ronza was just a street dude, and you know, like I said, like he might be cool people just to talk to, right? But I'm not gonna go to him and like try to hang out with him every day, right? Because that's
Yeah.
not what I do. I'm not about that. So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm still gonna be a man about my business, but I'm not looking to run the streets. I'm not looking to go to this party, go to that party, and hang out and do all that other stuff. Like, that's not me. So I feel like because of that, like, that's one thing that we all have in common. So I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of what kept us all together.
You're right.
Even after all this time, because of those common interests and goals and different things like that.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying,
Right.
and just to piggyback off you, Donald. I think one thing that is also very important is that we're not sitting here competing with the other.
Yeah.
You know, like we legit have each other's like greater interests. You know, and
Mhm.
like you said, Donald, if one of us has an idea, we're pushing the other to go for it. You know, we're not sitting here like, oh, Nick got this idea for this trucking business. Let me see what I can do. See if I can
Right.
top Nick real quick. Like, we're not
Yeah.
sitting here doing that. You know, and like you said, it goes with all of us, including Lorenz. Like, we're all sitting here trying to push each other. You know, and if one succeeds, we all succeed,
Right.
basically. You know,
Yeah.
and even starting this podcast, you know, like if this podcast succeeds, it's not because Ronza did all the editing and did all the graphics and stuff. No, it's a joint effort. This is something that we want to do, and so it's something that, you know, we sat here, brainstormed, gave ideas. Heck, even today's topics are brought to you by Nick. Okay, so it's a goal, and it's man. You know, it's like it's a common interest, it's a common goal because we all want to, you know, be better, you know, just not in life, but be better as men. And that kind of takes us into our next topic
Hold
as
on.
well.
I want to piggyback off something too.
Talk to
I'm
me.
gonna say this: you are who you surround yourself around. Like
That part.
if you surround yourself around that environment, like with the gangsters and stuff like that,
Right.
then you know that's what you are. You know that you
You
got to
become a
come.
product of it.
Yeah, you become a product of it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And like, man, I feel like I surrounded myself around some good quality young men. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got something going for ourselves. We got drive. We got ambition. We got all that stuff, you know. And I don't see nobody with their pants hanging down. You know, smoke. Don't nobody smoke. Yeah, nobody. I should have said. I should have said. Well, I mean, dang, hello. well, okay. I'm gonna say this. Ain't nobody. Well, okay. Well, nobody's been to jail. Okay, nobody's been to jail.
Here, bro.
Nobody has been to jail. I put it like that. We ain't got no criminal record. We don't have any criminal records, no criminal background, nothing like that. I put it
Now
like
that we do not have. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick, this is 2 weeks in a row you hit a speed bump.
Bro, how do you get balloons, bro? I can't even do that. Hold on.
You're not on the MacBook today, man.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nick, this your second week. Oh shoot, let me stop that. Nick, this your second week in a row that you hit a speed bump.
Hey, hold on. So what's wrong with what I said?
Nothing
No,
wrong.
it's just the fact that you try to catch yourself afterwards. Like, you can already say it now, so it's like, look, it is.
Nah, I did that because you looked at me, bro. I was like, dang.
Look, I'm just trying to see where you going, man. Just trying to see where you going.
Try to see where you gonna take this
Yeah, just
conversation to.
just trying to see where you going.
Oh my
But
god.
nah, man, I really do feel like even like no matter where we end up in life, at the end of the day, like, I can go a year without talking to either one of y'all, right? But whenever we do reconnect, like it's like we never miss a beat.
Yeah.
You know, like I've been trying to hang out with Nick for like months, but he always making excuses to not come chill with me, man. I don't
Chill
get it.
out, man.
I don't
Chill
get
out,
it.
bro.
You
Chill
know,
out, man.
but I already know, like, if anything was to happen or whatever, like, I can always depend on him to be there. When it really
Yeah.
matters, I can depend on him to be there.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, I really feel like, I don't know, man. Y'all really are my brothers, bro. Like, you know, growing up, I didn't grow up with a brother, so I know Nick, he had Lorenz, they was like brothers. Ronzo, you actually had a brother. I have a brother, but he's a lot older, so we didn't really grow up together. But
Hmm.
um, but yeah, man, like, I mean, I got cousins I'm really close to, but like, man, like, y'all really like held me down, bro. Like, y'all got me through a lot of good years, a lot of rough years. Like, y'all boys always been there, so I definitely appreciate y'all.
I can say this too. Man, Saquona made me think about this. Like Donald, he'll always like hit me up and be like, "Bro, you good?" Just checking on me like mentally. And I be like, "Dang, I don't never do that for Donald. I gotta start doing it." But like Donald will hit me up like, "Man, you good? You need some, bro? Like, what's on your mind?" You know what I'm saying? And those type of friends, don't come a lot. Like you only
Uh,
get probably one or two of those friends. You know what I'm saying? They really care about you, care about your
Right.
mental. You don't get that many friends, bro. You don't get that many. So I appreciate you, Donald, for real.
Oh, this is so touching, man. This is
Yeah,
oh,
Dang,
oh.
man, I ain't got nothing to say about Ronza, man. I don't know.
That's
I don't
crazy.
need it,
Uh,
man. I don't.
That's crazy.
I
nah,
don't.
but real talk, man. Ronza, Ronza's also another friend that, like, excuse me, y'all, these allergies. But Ronza's also another friend that, if I need anything, like, it could be anything from, hey, bro, I need like $2 to go, just get me down the street real quick. Like, you got me. Like, Ronza's that type of friend. Like, he always looking out. Definitely always very, very insightful, like, surprising. Um, you know, he goofy is on the what, but whenever he is serious about something, like, he really do give like some really good advice and solid advice.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, man, like I said, man, Ronzo, he really is a good dude. Always there for you, very dependable. And no matter what you're going through, he definitely takes the time and listens.
Ron's is definitely
Um,
like the older brother.
facts, facts.
Yeah.
So Ronzo's that guy. He's pretty much the I wouldn't say he's the glue, but like you said, he's definitely that older brother that you can go to and be like, "Hey, bro, I just need to like talk to you for like 2 minutes. Like, I just need
Yeah.
I just need a couple of words, some encouraging words, or just some good advice on whatever, right?" And he's never gonna, sugarcoat it. He's gonna always tell you how it is. And if you're wrong, you're wrong, and he's gonna make it known. So, um, that's one thing that I definitely appreciate about all of y'all, man. Like, it's definitely no fake friends. Everybody gonna keep it real with each other, gonna keep it a buck with each other, and yeah, man, for sure. And that's what everybody need in life, man. Don't be having
Oh
these
yeah.
these these yes men in your circle. All
Oh
right,
Oh
man,
yeah.
listen,
because I'm telling you, those people do not have your best interests at heart.
At
none
all.
Okay,
whatsoever.
the police knock at your door today, they will snitch on you.
Right.
Okay, they gonna tell on you very fast. Okay, they don't
Man,
need no McDonald's. They don't need. They will tell on you. All
real
right,
quick.
so,
Okay.
but yeah, man, that's all I got.
I mean, hey, listen, you made some great points, man. You made it, and like I said earlier, like everybody needs a group of friends that they can rely on, because you're right, you don't need no yes men in your corner, and especially navigating through life, like you don't need people just telling you yes all the time because sometimes that yes may lead you to that wrong path in some cases,
Hmm.
you know, and you don't need that, honestly. And that kind of takes us to our next topic. Like, how has our career, each of our careers impacted us as men?
Well, I can say with me, and it's not it's in a bad way, in a good way too though. I no, it's not in a good way, but I've gained weight.
Hey, I ain't gonna
I've
lie to
gained
you, Nick.
weight.
Hey,
I've
Nick.
gained weight.
I don't think that's
But
career, man. I think
it's
that's
your face,
COVID.
man. It's
It's
your
COVID
face,
that
bro.
took that, man. I'm gonna blame COVID for that part, though. I'm gonna blame COVID
Man,
for that.
bro.
Tell that man, this was going on long before COVID. It started
Yeah,
long before
it was
COVID, bro.
going. it's going. it's going on long before COVID, man. But yeah, I've gained weight, man. That's, whew, you know, that's all I gotta say about that right now.
I
If I
understand, dog.
guess,
That's the
if
only thing
something
that
else
matters
come
to
to
him
my
right now.
mind, if something else come to my mind, I'll bring it up. But like as of
I
right
mean,
now,
the good thing is though, like as a group, we've all challenged each other. We've
yeah,
all put in the group chat like, "Hey, it's time to unbig our backs." You know what I'm saying? Like it's time
yeah.
to lose.
Man,
And
speak for yourself, man. All right. I'm still pretty lean, man. I don't know about y'all boys, but
yeah,
I still
yeah.
got it.
When the 20% lean, is 80% fat. That's what I say. It's about some lean. All right.
Hey, it's still in there. Okay, just know it's
I
still in
mean,
there.
it don't matter about you about the backs being big, bro. I mean, we still look handsome though.
There we go. There we
We
go.
still look good.
That's the right part right there. I
Yeah.
mean, so for me, like I feel like my career has made me grow up. You know, um, of course, I grew up in Jackson, majority black city. Went to Jackson Public Schools, majority of black schools. Went to HBCU and Jackson State University, majority black institution. Worked for the local news station, 16 WAPT. The crew that I worked with, majority black. And then when I moved here, it was much more diverse than what I was accustomed to. And so for me, it took a lot of growing up to be like, okay, there are other ethnicities, there are other opinions, there are different ways of thinking, and there are all these different groups of people, you know. I'll never forget. I was in Walmart when I first moved here, and I saw a guy, you know, um, same skin color as me, and I just assumed he was black, but he was Haitian, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, what's up, you know? But that right there, and it's multiple examples, of just seeing that there are other ethnicities out here, instead of just a normal black and white, which is what I was accustomed to back in Jackson. And so by realizing that, it made me really grow up and learn how to work with other people outside of my race, you know. And for the most part, I can say that I've done pretty good at it so far. It's something that I'm still working on. I'm still, figuring this thing out. But for the most part, like I feel like I've done a pretty good job in, relating to other races and talking to them, instead of being a little standoffish and having that like I don't talk to your kind of mindset, you know. Talk to them, and good example is when my folks came up here to visit me for Thanksgiving this past year. We saw a couple of my coworkers out of the shopping center, and they were just raving about how they enjoy working with me, you know, and things like that kind of like made me feel good, because now I'm like, okay, I'm learning how to work with other people, just outside of the black community. I'm learning how to work with other people because like I said, I grew up around black people all my life, and now to work with other races, I have to figure this thing out,
Mhm.
and for the most part, I think I'm getting it, and like I said, I'm still learning as the weeks go by. But yeah, like I really feel like growing up, has really affected me, while working here at ESPN. So yeah,
Okay.
what you got,
Growing
Don?
up.
Yeah.
Man.
Uh oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Dog.
Uh oh.
So my career, uh, working here as a life insurance agent for the most part,
Mm.
over at the Moss Organization, Jackson, Mississippi. Um, it is very I don't know, man. It's been real, like for real. Because coming into this, even just dealing with life insurance in general, with me being young, you really don't know much about it until you really just get into it. And of course, for most people, for most young people, everybody always use the same excuse. Well, my mama got this for me, my daddy got this for me, whatever, whatever. But a lot of things that go into that you really don't understand or don't know about until you actually get into the career. So that for one has taught me a lot. Even the people that I work with, I've had quite a few mentors working here, as well as just different people who are in situations or in the space that I aspire to be in. Um, so I really look up to those people a lot. And like I said, I do take the advice and the knowledge that they give me, and really try to apply it and use it because at the end of the day, you are where I want to be. You know, you have the
Right.
accolades that I want to have. You drive the car that I want to have. You live in the house that I
Mhm.
want to have. You know, so those are the things that has kind of shaped me because my way of thinking has changed a lot since working here. You kind of think you know what you know until you really just get in that environment. And like I said, I've always aspired to be, you know, I can't think of the word, but like I've just really always aspired to be the type of person that I can go through life, I can live comfortably, I don't have to worry about anything, and I can always, hand down what I do know to the next generation of people. Because at the end of the day, like it's all about our people. You
Right.
know, I want to help our people, I want to teach our people, I want to educate our people, which that's what a lot of us don't do for each other. You know,
Yeah.
we always look for a way to get the advantage over the next person instead of trying to do what we can do to help uplift that next person,
Right.
right? So the things that I'm trying to show people and teach people, and the things that I've learned over the years of working here, like a lot of people will make you pay for that information. I'm not doing that, you
Yeah.
know. Like I said, at the end of the day, you fool with me or don't fool with me, like you're gonna hear me. It is what it is, you know. So other than that, this career has also shaped me because it's made kind of like Ronzo. It kind of really made me grow up a little bit. Um, Going to school, even being in college, like college was a really fun experience. It was a good time. Kind of just like Ronzo, it was a culture shock. Going to a PWI and seeing so many different faces, right? Faces that don't look like mine. All right.
Mm.
But that helped me grow as well as I said, just working here, and kind of getting back into this environment, being around, predominantly black people. Like I said, I do work with we got a few white people here, but it's mostly black, right? So, like I said, it's been a great experience. Um, but yeah, just kind of growing up, man, like especially working commission and those type of things, like it really pushes you, right? It pushes you beyond your limits. You really start to do a lot of things that you never thought that you would be able to do before, right?
Mm.
Right.
So, like I said before, like your mindset changes, everything about you changes. The way you walk changes, the way you talk changes, and just the people that you keep in your circle changes, right? So it's been a few people that I've cut out of my circle over the years. Y'all boys, you should be happy. All right, y'all still here.
We're thankful.
But
Yeah.
no, for real though, man. But like I said, it all just goes back to, like I said, just the people that I do hang around. Everybody has the same mindset that I do, and that's pretty much just like y'all. So this career has definitely shaped me and changed a lot about me. Um, over the years, some things I'm still working on, but other than that, like I don't know, man. This really no other career. There is no other career that I would rather have, especially at this point in my life, than doing what I'm doing right now. working over here at Globe Life, American Income Division Loss Organization here in Jackson, Mississippi. All right. So this is what I would like to do. All right. But y'all, man, y'all, I love y'all boys, man. I love y'all boys. So
We love you too, bro. You know, we love you too, man.
so that's how my career has affected me as a man, Ross.
Well, thank
You know.
you. Well, thank you.
I would say with trucking, I've gotten a lot more patient. Whew, woosah. Like I'm good. Cause like, have you ever been through Atlanta, rush hour traffic, or Dallas? You know, you can't just whip over and whip back over, and you got to be patient. Imagine going to a shipper or receiver, and you sit there. They tell you gotta wait. It like you only get 11 hours to drive. You get there to the shipper. It's like 3 trucks in front of you. All the trucks they leave, but they holding you there. You sitting there for 6 hours. Come on now, exactly. And then like if your tires are not moving, you're not getting money. So you sitting there. It's raining. You don't have no food. You know what I'm saying? It trucking has taught me patience. And like a thing that I do want to learn when it comes to truck, I want to learn the business side of trucking. Cause like it's a lot that goes on, like with the brokers and the people like that, right? Those people they taking a lot of money out of our pockets, like the driver's pockets. They like say for instance, if a load going from Mississippi to Connecticut or something like that, and the load's probably paying 13,000. The brokers are taking maybe 4,000 of that. And we as the truck drivers gotta pay for fuel. We gotta pay for like maintenance just in case something go wrong with the truck. You know what I'm saying? We paying for like insurance. It's like a regular vehicle, and insurance is not cheap. So like that's something I want to learn about trucking is the business part. But like trucking has taught me patience. It has, because I didn't have it at first.
Jeez. that okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang. Oof. I learned something new today. I did not know nothing about that.
Hey, that's why truckers don't like to come to Connecticut and New York and stuff like that. That's why they don't like to go up there, man, because you go up there, it's tighter up there for one. Then 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be sitting. You're gonna sit a lot, and that's when truckers start to gain weight. When you sitting and it's cold outside, you're not finna go outside and work out. So you're just gonna sit in your truck. You're gonna eat, call your old lady, call
you already bored
with friends. Yeah, you're gonna call your boys. They're like, yeah, man, I'm sitting down here in Connecticut, man. They got me waiting for a long time, so I'm just chilling now. And your homeboy, they get on the phone with you, and you sitting there, you be like, man, I'm hungry again. You gotta pick up something else, you know. And like I say, it's cold outside, so you're not finna get out there and walk around or nothing like that.
Right.
Man, so you just chilling, you know.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing about all of our careers, though. It's the fact that like we sit so much, bro.
Yeah,
like we sit so much, and like I said, like it does pack on some pounds when you just sitting and you like. Cause I guess I'm here for like I don't have to be here, but you know, I just want to be better in life. So I'm here literally like 10 to 12 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So between me sitting and just talking to people all day, like, yeah, you ain't got nothing else to do, bro. Like, you get 15 minutes of downtime. Like, you want to eat or you want to like, you know,
sleep.
like play on your phone or do whatever. Like, you're just sitting and you just, you know, so, yeah. But also with that, you know, gotta get up in the mornings, go to the gym, which is also
man.
That bed be feeling too good. So
tell me about it. Tell me about it. On my off day, my off days are Tuesday and Wednesday. I sleep. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, because I spend about 4 to 8 hours 5 days out of the week, sometimes 6, looking at 13 to 14 TV monitors in the dark, you know? And so, like,
that could be a lot.
Man,
overwhelming.
I'm fired week 1.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you, bro.
I'm big student. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will be in there slump, bro.
Man.
Man,
No.
Man, our church, we just switched over to a new church. And man, like the media, they upgraded the media in there. And like, man, if it looks anything like the church look, man, it's a lot. Like that's overwhelming. Like all those buttons and stuff you got to push, and ProPresenter and all that stuff, man. That is a lot of stuff, man. And I just don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it, man. I don't want to break that, man. But yeah, I'm in media, but I'm trying to learn a lot of stuff, man. I was gonna hit you up the other day. I was in there because they had a little situation, but I guess they got to figure it out. So
this man been hitting me up since episode 1.
I know, bro. I know. I know, man. I know.
Oh man, but now like I feel you what you're saying, man. Like just sitting down and actually like just working in my field, and like I said, having to sit here and look at 13 or 14 different monitors in a dark room. You got people chatting, and you're trying to do TV that goes out to millions of people every single day. Like it becomes taxing, and you're right, Nick. Like the switcher that I sit in front of, it's just a lot of buttons. Like a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot,
it's a lot
man.
of buttons. Okay. But and I gotta remember, what I'm doing with each button, because if I press the wrong one, somebody at home gonna see my mistake, and I'm just like,
so you can't afford to mess up.
Yeah, man. I cannot afford to mess up. Like anything that I do, people at home see it. They may not recognize it, but they'll see it. And and my folks, they've truly invested in my career. My dad, when I showed him what I do for a living, oh man, now when I make a mistake, so if he's watching the show, he'll text me, was that a mistake? And I'm just like, yeah, man, it was. All right, leave me alone.
So how does a mistake look?
They be like, Ronzo, please switch to camera 5, and then it go to like the employee lounge or something in the back, and then you see Ronzo back there like it's taking somebody lunch or something. I don't know. Like that's what they do.
No, for real, because like I'll see Stephen A on ESPN, he'll be talking or whatever, and then he'll be like, can y'all switch the camera to my face? Switch the camera to right here, and they'll switch the camera to like in front of his face or whatever. Then he get to talking. So is that like a mistake or something, or is that like?
Nah, I mean that's what the director told me to do. But a mistake is like, sometimes mistakes that, like I said, like unless you're in the control room, to the normal eye, they won't see the mistake.
Now one mistake. Hold on, I'm sorry, Ronzo.
Oh,
this really bothers me with y'all. Okay. All right, I tune in to watch my Laker highlights. Okay, yes, they did. They be sitting here talking about, LeBron and da 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 da. And then the highlights that they showing in the background is like the Heat versus the Celtics. I'm like, bro, like this ain't.
Oh yeah,
this ain't even a Laker game. Like, what are we doing?
So I don't know what network you watching, my boy.
Hey.
He probably watching it on YouTube, man.
I've seen it.
YouTube highlights you watching.
I've seen it. All right, I'm just saying. I've seen it.
Right, them YouTube highlights. I don't know about that one, Donald. Okay.
Go Mavs. Go Mavs.
Oh God. Okay.
You lost.
You
lost.
Yeah, we lost them. Yeah. I mean, only one of our teams is actually in the playoffs. I ain't gonna call, say who team, New Orleans Pelicans, But anyway,
he wasn't even confident saying that.
He really was.
First off,
people in New Orleans don't even rep the Pelicans. What you mean?
Yes, they do.
Oh, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Okay, all 50 people in attendance. I got you.
And I'm one of those 50 people. I may not be in attendance, but I'm one of those 50 people. Okay. The Pelicans are the 5 seed in the Western Conference, where compared to the Lakers, who are battling for 10th. Okay.
That is not.
Okay.
Hold on. So the Mavs not in the playoffs?
The Mavs are currently 6th in the West. Behind who? The New Orleans Pelicans. All
But
right.
they in the playoffs though, right?
For now.
Okay, because I'm not familiar with basketball, but
I feel you.
I like the Mavs, bro. I've been liking the Mavs since Dirt, but I stopped watching it for a minute because bro, I cannot watch a full basketball game.
Really?
I cannot.
Eh.
Let alone college. I can't I just can't watch it, man.
Hey man, listen. Now, college, I can watch the women's basketball from beginning to end.
I know
Right?
why you can watch the women's basketball.
Because it's actually good basketball.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it sure is.
Right.
It's
Right.
actually good basketball, man. You
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
Because March
yeah.
Madness going on now, man, and
Mhm.
it's some pretty good basketball going on. Like,
You watch every
on
jumper, don't you?
Every jumper.
Every jumper.
Rather probably sit there and zoom in.
nah, man, nah, man, I ain't doing that. Nah, I ain't doing that, dog. I just watch the pure hoops, okay? Because them
Gotcha.
girls be really talking trash to each other and stuff, man. Like,
You
like,
know, Iowa and LSU back in the little bracket or whatever. I mean, back in the I don't know if you call it championship finals. I don't know what you want to
no,
call it.
it's they're in the Elite Eight of
Okay.
March Madness. And when this episode drops, they would have played, you know. And so yeah. But like I said, man, like that game there alone, like heck, last year's national championship game with from the numbers that we were given, got 9.9 million views for a
Mm-hmm.
women's championship game. Like, really think about that, dog.
That's
Like,
huge though. Yeah, that's huge.
right,
Yeah,
right.
that's a lot.
That's why I enjoy watching their basketball. The men's game, I mean, it's cool, you know, but all the good players are either going overseas or, you know, joining, these other little leagues and stuff before going to the NBA, But
Mm-hmm.
women's college basketball is actually pretty dope to watch, honestly. Heck, like when I went to the Jack State game, Jack State played UConn last Saturday up here, and I ain't gonna lie, that game was turned. Okay,
Oh,
Jack
was it?
State, yeah, Jack State may be was losing. Okay, but that game was first it was sold out. That's one, and just the atmosphere in itself was like, oh, this is turned.
Yeah.
Like the student section going crazy, and it was like legit loud in there. Like I was sitting there like I can't hear myself. Like it's loud in here. This is
Dang.
Yeah, man. So that's why I enjoy watching their games because they're exciting and fun to watch, and they actually have some good players. You know, playing the game and growing the game as well. But anyway, guys, back on to our topic here. So my question for you is, we're adults now, right? So how do we build new friendships if we want to build them at this point?
You don't.
You don't.
It's terrible. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like the only new friends that I've gained since being an adult has been like coworkers. That's really it. Like unless I work with you directly and we really get to build a relationship, that's really it. I'm not just going out to these different places and meeting people and going through all of that. Like nah. Like even at the gym, like when I go like once a month, I don't try to meet anybody. I just go, I do my workout and I get out.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, man, but working, yeah, coworkers for sure. Like those are really about the only friends that I've developed over the years. It's been like people that I work with.
I
So
feel you. I feel you, man. Like I'm the same way. I really haven't gained any friends. Well, at the church that I attend, I have gained a friend there. Her name is Sincere. She's pretty cool people. That's my road dog up here. And at work, I've gained a couple of friends at work as well. And actually, one of them helped me out so I got into a car accident a few months after moving up here, and um, I at the time I didn't know anybody. I knew one of my coworkers, and we were texting here and there. We were pretty cool, and so I had to go to work the next morning. So I texted my boy that night, and I was like, "Hey, can you come pick me up for work? And he's like, yeah, of course, I'll be there at 4:30 a.m. Right, and I was like, work don't start till 5. You have to come get me so early. But anyway, so he got there at 4:30. I was sitting there waiting. He picked me up, took me to work. And that's really about him and this other guy. His name is Tim. Those are my two guys at work that I'm pretty cool with. And then just recently I made another friend. Her name is Lauren. Like, she's pretty cool. And we're actually friends outside of work. So I can say the same thing. Like, outside of that, like, I don't. It's hard.
You spend so much time.
Yeah.
Like, you spend so much time with your coworkers. Like,
Right.
you have no other choice but to develop bonds or friendships with these people.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, outside of that, you really don't have time to meet anybody. Like, just being real, and especially with Nick, I don't know if you ever meet anybody because
Right. I was about to say, I don't know. Nick meet anybody.
Yeah. I mean, man, people are weird, man. Like, outside of, I'm not just being biased, man. Outside of Mississippi, man, people are weird. It's hard to connect with people outside of Mississippi because, like, man, they it's like they don't want you to talk to them. Like, you say, "Hey, how you doing?" They don't want to speak to you or nothing.
Right.
Like, I made two. Yeah, two. I had two guys. We was real cool in Arizona, but, like, other than that, man, I couldn't. It was so hard to make friends up there, man. Like, I feel like I'm trying the most, like like I'm a woman or something chasing a man, like, bro, I'm not gonna be doing that, man. I'd rather just go home and be around some corner or something like that, man. I'm not gonna be sitting here chasing to make friends with y'all boys, and y'all ain't trying to put in the work with me. So I was like, man, I just hit Donald up or something, I just hit Donald Aronza or my cousin or something, man,
That's crazy.
It's like I don't have I can't connect with them. Like, we don't have nothing in common.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like man, most of these dudes out here nowadays talking about a lot of like rap music and all this. I can't relate to that stuff because I don't listen to it like that no more. I'm listening to Afro beats and stuff like that, so it's a lot. I'm different. I'm different. Yeah, Ronz, I know, man. Ronz, you put me on the Afro beat. You put me on it, man. You put me on it, bro. You put me on it.
Listen, I knew nothing about Afro beats either until I moved up here. And at the time, like, how back home we got mostly all hip hop and R&B stations, right?
Yeah.
Whereas up here, I was going through each little radio station like, all right,
can't forget that blues now.
Yeah, you can't forget it down.
Forgot about the blues. But I was trying to go through each station. I'm like, all right, let me find me a R&B station. Can't find it. Let me find a blues station. Can't find it. Let me find a gospel station. Can't find it. I'm just like,
hold on, you can't find a gospel station?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're out here, but
okay.
I couldn't find it.
Hold on.
My bad. So I flipped through. I ain't hear nothing playing, so I'm assuming they ain't got it. All I heard was commercials. That's all I heard.
Yeah. So I've turned to my phone and I had did this event, and this is what actually put me on to Afrobeat. So here, I had joined the Sigma chapter here in Hartford, Connecticut, and they had asked me to do a promo video for them for their Jubilee event, right, where we celebrated Juneteenth, right? Cool. So I shot the promo video and I asked the guy, like, hey, what kind of music do you want with this, right? So now I'm thinking in my mind, like, okay, let me find some big crit. Let me find some, underground.
David Banner.
Yeah, somebody like that, to see, if it flows, And he was like, oh, it can be anything Afro beats. I'm like, Afro. I'm like, what's that? And I'm like, what's that? And so I kid you not, I go to Google and I'm like, what is Afro beats? Right. And all these artists pop up and I'm like, what is this? Right. And so the first person I actually listened to was Burna Boy. Right. And I'm like, oh, Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand half the things he's saying, but this sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know? And so ever since then, like, I listened to him. And so now if you see my phone, it's full of Afro beats and Afro fusion, Afro pop. Like it's a lot of African artists now in my phone, and but it's because of the culture and where I'm at. Here, like, yeah, they have the hip hop and R&B. No blues, Donald. They do not have no blues. I don't think.
Yeah, I already know it. You gotta tell me.
Okay.
I mean, they don't have blues in Arizona neither.
Yeah.
Once again, you ain't gotta tell me. I already know it.
Yeah, like
if it, bro, look, it's only in the South, bro. It's only in the South.
Only in
You're
the
right
South.
about that. I'm about to say I was listening to Kingfish one day. So the way that I prepare for my shows, like literally I put on my music, put it in my AirPods, and I'm preparing myself for the show, right? So the director came in one morning and she saw that I was nodding my head. She was like, "What are you listening to?" I was like, "I'm listening to Kingfish." She was like, "Who is that?" So, I disconnect my AirPods from my phone. I play Kingfish out loud. They're like, "What is that, like jazz, blues? What is that?" And I was like, now I gotta put you on a Kingfish. Okay. But so now, like now I'm listening to all different type of genre of music, and I really attribute that as well to my photography background, photography and videography background as well, because with videography, I have to do, I'm able to do weddings, birthday parties, gender reveals, etc. Right? And so the challenge for me is what song can I get to fit this event, And so now, like I said, for the Jubilee event, he wanted African music, right? And so, boom, I got to find some Afro beats, I got to find a African artist, And so I looked that up. Or if I'm doing a baby shower, find a song pertaining to, a mother's love, stuff like that. And so in the midst of doing videos and listening to those songs, sometimes I see in my suggested artists, I'll be like, oh, okay, let me see who this is. So now I'm listening to Snow Allegra, yeah, Donald. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know who that is too.
That's that one now.
That's listen.
That's that one now.
Listen, I need her to drop an album, okay? Cause she playing
today.
Yeah,
today.
Okay. But yeah, now I listen to Cleo Soul as well. So now I'm listening to all these different artists, and I'm just like, dang, there is other different type of artists outside of the norm. Outside of the Young Jeezys, the Young Dolphs.
Yeah.
Like what you said, the whole suggested artist thing, bro. Like it's so many. It's really a lot of good music and musicians out there that people don't give a chance, so people don't even know about.
Right.
Like
who would
I was
Big
talking
Crit?
to, hey.
Don't get us started on Big Crit, man. Don't get us started, okay? Don't get us started.
That's for another day. That's for another day. I'm telling you.
That's next week's episode. We can do that for next week's episode right here.
But nah, man, like I was listening to Sir one day, and one of my coworkers, like, she didn't know who Sir was. And I was like, bro, how did you not know who this man is? And she was like, I mean, I never heard of him. And I was, all right. So I had to make her a whole playlist and like send it to her because like I just don't understand it, But yeah, man, definitely the whole suggest the artist thing. Like I always give somebody a chance at least like twice a week, And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I move on. But yeah.
Okay. Listen, look, we can table the music conversation to next week, because like you said, we can do about an hour or two just on how underrated Big Crit is. Okay, like
underrated.
Yes.
Boy, I almost came through this camera. Hey, hey, man. You know what? Next week,
we're gonna save.
I'm gonna get my.
It ain't even like
I would
because
get
he's
my
from
argument
Mississippi.
ready.
You know, I try to give him a chance because he's from Mississippi, but I just can't, man. You know, artists from Mississippi that I respect though.
Who that?
His name is I think Kenny Casanova.
Kimmy,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kenny
Akeem
Casanova.
Ali?
Yeah, him. Yeah, that boy there. That boy
Mhm.
raw. He raw. I like
Good
him.
point.
I like him.
Like I said, we can table this right here to next week. You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
before Donald
My,
jumped through his
my
computer
blood is
screen.
boiling. I wanna argue this so bad. But next week,
We're gonna save it for next week. We're gonna save it for next week.
I mean, he ain't got nothing on K Dot, but yeah, we can say that for next week. Though. You know, K Dot coming for the whole community, bro. You know, K Dot coming for the whole
my
community.
hey,
God.
Ronza,
I mean, hey,
Ronza.
Grammys.
Cut it, Ronza. Cut it, Ronza.
All right,
Come on,
Cut it,
now.
you know what?
Yeah, let's cut it.
I thank everybody for watching today's episode of Straight Out the Sip. My name is Ronza. I have Donald. I have Nick. Like, subscribe, follow us, and please pay attention to next week's episode because clearly it's gonna be off the rails.
Oh, I got
See
a
you
lot to
next
say. I got a lot to
I
say
do too.
about that one.
Keep Lee
Yeah.
peace.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Peace. Cool.
Keep Lee peace.